Hi there, it's Alexia Hupin. Welcome to Wine by Alex, the show to watch to take your wine game to the next level. And today you are watching a brand new episode of Askwinebyalex. So today I've got a question from Julie of Kingsman Julie. I want to know about champagne winemaking. So Julie, that is a great question. I'm all passionate about this topic as well. And I'm rocking my champagne t-shirt for that. It's a very complex process, so I will try to break it down in the most simple possible way for you. So before diving into the process of making champagne, there are a few things you need to know. In order to make high quality champagne, producers need to have healthy grapes that contain low sugar levels and high acidity, lower and higher than grapes used in regular winemaking. Why is that? It's because champagne will go through 2 fermentations, but the alcohol level should still be meeting the appellation requirements. So the lower the sugar in the grapes, the lower alcohol in the wines. Acidity will balance the richness of champagne aromas. For this, climate in Champagne is absolutely perfect. The regions located in the north of France with a cool continental climate that is exactly suited to the type of wine producers aim to create. Producers make regular still wines before adding bubbles into them. To make these regular wines, they hand harvest the grapes and transfer them into wine through what's called a first fermentation. Then, according to the style of wine they want to make, they choose to do malolactic conversion, lees aging, oak maturation, or not. So, at the start of the process, they have a still wine that is completely dry, acid, and low in alcohol. Now, the process of adding bubbles to the wine can start. First, producers put wine into a bottle with sugar and yeast. The bottle is closed with a screw cap and left to rest on its side in a cool environment. A second fermentation occurs within the bottles because yeast eats sugar and converts it into alcohol. This will add 1.2 to 1.1% alcohol to the wine. CO2 produced through fermentation is captured within the bottle and dissolves into the wine, creating bubbles. Once the second fermentation is complete, yeast have no sugar left to eat, so they will just die. They fall at the bottom of the bottle and start to break down. This process will add the famous aromas of bread, pastry, biscuits, and toast to the wine. This is called autolysis. It must last at least 12 months according to champagne regulations. But producers can make it last a lot longer, some will age it up to 10 years. The longer the autolysis, the more intense the autolytic aromas into the wine. The wine will be more complex and, of course, more expensive for you to buy. When producers have the aromatic intensity they aim for in the wines, they will have to get rid of the dead yeast. These lees make the wine unclear, and most consumers won't buy a wine that is completely unclear. To remove the lees, remuage and riddling are done. So this process consists of taking the bottle from the on-side position to an upside-down position. It's done very slowly to avoid putting the lees back in contact with the wine. The dead yeast slide from the side of the bottle to its neck gradually. Winemakers move the bottle once a day. They spin them by 1/8 and incline them towards the upside-down position. If done manually, it can take up to 8 weeks. So it's super long and labor intensive. To accelerate this process, we have invented what's called gyropalette. They take 8 days to do the same thing to a much larger number of bottles. When the bottle is upside down with the lees in the neck, it's time to finally get rid of the lees. The process is used what's called disgorgement. Producers dip the bottleneck into a frozen brine. It freezes the lees so the bottle can be turned right side up again. Then the screw cap is removed and the pressure ejects the freeze lees. This process takes only a few seconds. It is now automated. However, small amounts of wine are lost within the process. So producers need to fill the bottle in. This step is called dosage. Wine is added to top the bottles up, and winemakers can also add sugar at this moment, and it's this moment that will determine the final sweetness level of the wine. Most popular sweetness levels are Brut Nature, Brut and Demi-Sec. In Brut Nature wines, also called zero dosage, no sugar is added to the wine. Its taste completely bone dry. In Brut, which are the most numerous wines, producers can add between 0 and 12 grams per liter of sugar. It tastes dry to off-dry. And in demi-sec, which are more and more rare, they can add between 32 and 50 grams per liter and it tastes completely sweet. To end champagne winemaking, producers finally close the bottles with a cork and a wire cage that will help withstand the pressure within the bottle. It can be equivalent to 6 atmospheres in champagne. That's why you need to be very careful when you open a bottle of champagne, guys. Keep in mind to always firmly keep one hand on the cork and that the other one will spin the bottom of the bottle, not the other way around. Well, that's all for today. I hope this deep dive into champagne winemaking will add a little sparkle to your day. Now, I would love to hear from you. Did you know that making champagne is so long and labor intensive? I am curious, what's your all-time favorite champagne? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, subscribe and share it with your friends. And if you want more awesome resources to take your wine game to the next level, come on over to winemaking.com. You'll also receive my free ebook where I give you the top habits to improve your wine tasting skills. Thank you so much for watching this episode, and I will see you soon on Ask Wine by Alex. Cheers!